I live in China. I thought the US was nationalistic. China's nationalistic on a different scale. One weird contradiction that people often fail to consider, that they don't really think about, is that Americans are not very nationalistic and not very patriotic. They're not very much of either. The nationalistic facade is a political artifice that our politicians use to do horrible things. The average American feels nothing but death and contempt for our culture. Genuinely. Like, there's no veneration of Americana outside the very specific wedge issues they can use to justify things like white supremacy or chauvinism, you know? Even MAGA? Especially MAGA, yeah. The loudest American nationalists fucking hate this country and everything that it stands for, you know? It's not like Quebec, where there are Quebecois conservatives who genuinely love and promote Quebecy culture, as bad as it is. Same with the French. The French are full of authentically patriotic people. Like, I'm not speaking on to this on like a moral level. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm saying like they actually care about French culture, you know? It's not like that here in America. The aesthetic of patriotism has been completely subsumed by the like right-wing chauvinist political agenda, right? None of it's authentic. Unironically, since you did the food companies are cucking you bit, I rolled a Disco Elysium red check in my head. I'm now 9 pounds down in 1/2 of a month. See so? Hell yeah! That's fantastic. Well done. Food companies are cucking us, you know? Get fit to fuck them over. Listen, okay? Motherfucker, Monsanto wants you to weigh 287 pounds, okay? They want you to not be able to see your own dick and balls, all right? Fuck them. Vaush, I just got done with the last VOD. I can be funny, but I don't know how to be interesting. Can you give me pointers? There's no like one-size-fits-all solution to being interesting because different people are interested in different things. The key skill in being interesting broadly is having the social awareness to identify what other people are interested in. You know, what resonates with people, right? I've talked to a lot of people in person, online. You can tell some people are interested in some technical subjects. Some people want to talk about their day. Some people are more interested in, you know, talking about current events, whatever. You just have to find out what people are into and kind of lock in on that, you know? I'm not saying be inauthentic, but I would like to believe that most people have a rich enough internal world that they can share different elements of themselves with different people based on what works most in the situation. Not about lying, right? It's just about like, well, they're more into this and so on and so forth, you know? Love the suggestion to do away with self-deprecation. Performative hubris is way more attractive if done carefully. Yeah, I think it's pretty easy personally to make humor out of being confident as long as you're, you know, not doing it as a way of sort of performatively covering up for actual insecurities, in which case it can come across as desperate, but you know. As a trans person, if they make being trans a firearm purchase barring mental illness, am I just kind of cooked lol? It's probably something they're leaning to do, to be honest with you. Though people lie all the time when they get firearms if they're asked if they have a mental illness, you know, like there are tons and tons of people who lie on that. Of course, in your case, if you're a politically targeted minority, they might go after you for that reason. Look, I'm an advocate for left-leaning people exercising their Second Amendment rights, but what we're fighting for right now isn't so much like defense against stochastic terror as it is like keeping the country from being looted and pillaged and burned, essentially, you know? I mean, we'll see how things go. I've been consuming Chud content for years for argument purposes. I recently realized all the libertarian content creators turned into fascist demagogues. My favorite example is Freedom Tunes. Yeah, oh yeah, there is no libertarian to fascist pipeline. It's just the same septic tank. They were always lying about that. And it was, in my opinion, it was pretty obvious from the start, because all of these libertarians love Trump, and Trump has never been even remotely libertarian. He's always been like incredibly aggressive in expanding presidential power, threatening people's fundamental rights, burning the Constitution, whatever. It was always just an argumentative front. It was a rhetorical tactic. My dad said Elon is brilliant, even if they don't like him. How do I explain to him brilliant's not the right term for that rich brain dead Ollie? If a person could only say Elon Musk is brilliant if they've only been exposed to secondary information about Elon Musk, you know? Like articles and videos and such glazing him, praising him. You know, it's not born off of direct data. To be honest, I don't know how you crack that. I just don't know. I don't think it's really that he likes Elon. It's that he thinks Elon is doing work that he approves of. Whenever I see the Zelda shirt cargo shorts combo, all I hear is Homer Simpson yelling nerd. Well, that's probably how people feel when you invoke Simpsons references in the year of our Lord 2025. It's not, to me, it's not even like a nerd thing, you know? It's more like, I mean, how often do you see this in person, to be fair, right? How often do you see that in person? Let's be real here. I don't know if I ever have. I remember there was this chick who went viral a while ago. Wait, can I find the image? Who went viral a while ago for posting herself in a Zelda t-shirt and cargo pants combo, and everyone was like, wow, you look so much better at it. Women look so much better than men. But it was honestly just a better understanding of proportions. I don't think I can show it because the image is two images combined, and she's showing like herself in a bikini. I can show bikini on stream. They haven't made that illegal yet. It has nothing to do with being a man or a woman. It's just an understanding of proportionality, right? You have the t-shirt is larger, and has a more blocky silhouette. It connects well down to the pants, and the pants are wide fit down to the ankle. So you have like a more, a better through line aesthetically, you know? Could use some accessories. Well, I think it's like an OnlyFans bait post would be my guess. Is this TOS? No, I don't think that showing a girl in a bikini is TOS on YouTube, where you can Google nude yoga and see people with their whole ass pussies and buttholes out doing yoga. She looks no better than the guy you showed earlier, IMO. Really? You think that? I disagree. I think that there's a better use of, oh, well, whatever. You know, whatever you prefer. Am I wrong to feel hope that we'll cast off Trump? He's doing nothing good, only making things worse. By what mechanism would you cast him off? He's just like secured further control of elections. No, my hope for this administration has not been that America will just cast him off or whatever, because I don't think it's going to be that simple. My hope is that he is unable to summon the public mandate. There are things an unpopular government can or can't do. I'll put it this way, okay? An unpopular fascist government can ban pride and have police raid gay bars. An unpopular fascist government can't have all the homosexuals in a city uprooted because their neighbors, friends, and families telling them to local secret police, and then they get sent to a private prison. You need a public mandate to do that. You need popularity. You need people caught up in this fervor. You need people frothing at the mouth, right? Like with Nazi Germany, you know? The popularity of Hitler's government, which again, initially he was not very popular, but he took credit for the rebounding of the economy after the Great Depression, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of the stuff that they did, they were only able to do because they sustained a continuous public fervor, right? Ongoing hysteria. And if Trump can't manifest that hysteria, look, all I'm going to say is we're still in the honeymoon period, and his approval ratings have been dipping every single time they get measured. Like, continuously, they just keep going down. And I really don't think that starting a war with Canada, Greenland, or Panama is going to fix it. Why do approval ratings matter? Because we're talking about the public mandate. There's no authoritarian government has ever been able to ignore the public. Ever. Like, it doesn't matter how totalitarian you are. At the end of the day, you need to maintain some kind of public approval. If nobody supports your administration, why would people do anything you say? Why would they listen to you? Why would the police follow your orders? Why would the military follow your orders? There are other people who are more popular who might want to take your power for you. Like, it just doesn't work. Out of fear? Fear of what? Yeah, if your approval dips low enough, people will replace you. There is a power vacuum caused by rampant unpopularity. Yeah, that's how Mussolini got strung up. So that's my hope. You know, that the popularity never reaches a point, or like the public hysteria, the fervor never reaches a point where the really, really, really nasty totalitarian shit is able to take place. If you need an example of an unpopular totalitarian, think Ceausescu. I'm afraid my knowledge doesn't extend to that. before I think of this individual, I would need to do a bit of Googling. My apologies. Didn't he like get killed? I think that might be the point they're making. Romania? I vaguely recognize the name, but not enough to... Romanian dictator? All right, well. Yeah, look at how unpopular he is. I don't even know about him. Take care. Drink water. Go to your local town halls. I'll see you soon.